We know you most of all actually as our teacher from Udacity. What is it about this topic of continuous learning that's so important today?
Well, so learning has always been the source that makes society tick. There's no other thing as powerful as education in the history of humanity, to be honest. Udacity started a few years ago when I put a Stanford class online called Introduction to Artificial Intelligence. You can't be a computer scientist and graduate when I graduated in '95 and wake up in 2019 and magically know what blockchain is. How would you? Or what cybersecurity entails, or how machine learning looks like, because this stuff didn't exist in 1995. After 10 years, your education is outdated. So what we really get to is, we got to make learning as pervasive as brushing your teeth, like twice a day for 5 minutes. And if you do this every single day, we can stay current, we can stay at the forefront, and we can all be amazing.
I went personally through that experience.
Yes, you did. I know.
And I can only say it's fantastic.
What did you learn?
Well, I've attended the self-driving car engineer nano degree, and which is a challenging thing to be honest. Yeah, but what I found extremely extremely interesting and motivating is really to get back to the university, so to say, and learn something new. Focus on something which is, having time to focus on something in a depth which you typically in your normal day-to-day job aren't able to do.
And how do you feel?
Obviously, it makes yourself proud of yourself. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So it is an extremely good feeling to spend time, your valuable time, because obviously there is a day job, there is a family, there is a lot of other options you can spend your time, but it's extremely, I think it's an extremely good feeling to get out of this once you achieved it and once you have learned something. Yeah. Do you want to share some of your experience as well?
How does it feel?
It was challenging. It felt like going back to university. You really need to use your brain again.
Do you like that?
It was amazing.
Are you saying that in normal day work you don't use your brain? No, you're not saying this.
I do use it, but not in that way, differently. It's a lot of managing things, a lot of coordination, but the course is really challenging.
So once you put the time in, you feel great.
Yeah, the time just flew by. I didn't realize the time passing by. I was sitting there at midnight looking on the watch. It was like 2 a.m. in the morning, and I go like, okay, better go to bed now.
That's awesome. That's great.
Yeah, but I didn't realize that the weekend passed by. But it was amazing. Just the feeling on passing one of the projects was the best.
You need a desire to want to be digitally transformed. After you go through a class, you're a different human being. You're a member of a special tribe. You have special powers. But it's not painless. You have to engage. You have to be willing to put time in and take time out to do it and learn those skills. But once you really get in, it's addictive. It's really amazing. So I love learning new stuff.
How do you foresee learning to evolve, in the next decade? Because it did change drastically. I mean, your example about Stanford, it has this, and you have all this, thousands of people around the world who can now learn and study. But I don't know, how do you foresee this?
Yeah, this is why Udacity is working with Accenture. And historically, we didn't live this long. And we would go into a job and stay in the same job for the rest of our lives. Our employer, number one, was our last employer. And that is changing. The amount of tenure is shrinking, technology is advancing much, much faster, and people live longer and work longer than ever before. So what that means is that we have to move from a one-time learning perspective, where we think we're done after we get our university degree, to a lifelong learning perspective.